Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are enjoying the fact that we are kind of easing out of things a little bit, and in terms of everything that's been going on this week in America and also here to do with the Black Lives Matter movement, I'm not going to talk about it too much because in all truth and honesty I am still very much in a place of educating myself on this subject, and I just want to say that my thoughts and my prayers are with everybody that has been affected by this. I am actively researching everything that I can about it, about everything that's happened in our history and everything. It's a lot and it can be quite overwhelming, but that's okay. Like it should be. It's a big subject. I wanted to still go ahead with this video because it's educational in its purpose. I don't make any money from these videos, and I wanted to still put out content that I feel will be helpful to everybody who is approaching their music college journey and their life in that area. So I hope that that will be okay, and yeah, like I said, my thoughts are with everybody. I will leave some links in the description to some of the charities and some of the articles and some of the videos and everything that I've found really helpful and educational, and I hope that you will find them likewise. So today is sort of installment 2 in my little music college series. Now last week I talked about how to choose your future music college, and I shall link that up here. Now we're moving into the stage of you've made your selection, you know where you want to go. Now how are you actually going to be successful at that audition? Now, I do want to put a little kind of disclaimer in at this point. Obviously, I am not a member of staff at any music colleges. I have not auditioned people to get into music college. This is purely my own experience and the experience of my colleagues. I've asked a lot of people to kind of contribute their experiences of what their audition and music college experience was like. So yeah, this is just my opinion and my knowledge from a few auditions and a few successful ones. Yay for me. The biggest thing when it comes to preparing for any audition, and it will come as no shock to you, is that you have got to practice. You have got to work hard. Places at music college are extremely scarce and they are highly competitive. So if you don't work hard, if you don't take it seriously, then don't expect to be successful. If you turn up unprepared, the panel are definitely going to notice and they are not going to be impressed. So do yourself a favour and get those hours in now. The general consensus is that you should be starting to prepare for your music college auditions at least a year in advance. And I do agree with that because I didn't do that. I actually, despite starting to play musical instruments from about the age of 3 or 4, I actually only fully committed to going to music college about 6 months before the auditions. And please take it from somebody who did it that way. You don't want to do that, okay? It is very stressful and you have a lot to learn in a short space of time. So start preparing as soon as you possibly can. However, if you are watching this and it is less than a year to go and you're just kind of thinking, no, I really do want to go for this, then that's great. Don't be put off by everybody saying, oh, you have to have been practicing your piece for at least a decade. Don't worry, okay? Just know that you are going to have to put in a lot of work. But as long as you know that and you're prepared for it, then you'll probably be all right. Make sure that you choose pieces that you actually like as well. You're going to be playing these pieces a lot. You're going to be working on them to the absolute minute details. So make sure that you pick pieces that you like and you enjoy and not ones that you just think are going to be super flashy. You want pieces that you're comfortable with and that really show off your strengths, not your areas of technical difficulty, shall we say. So make sure that you pick pieces that you really enjoy and that you know you're going to be able to perform to a really good standard and really just show yourself off. That's the whole point of these auditions. Try and have some lessons with a teacher that works at the college before the audition process. Now you will want to get a load of consultation lessons before you actually go to the college, but I'm going to talk about that next week in a bit more of a how to pick a teacher and what to look for there. But try and have a few lessons before the auditions if you can. If not, then maybe have a little bit of ask around, see if anybody has the email address for a teacher and ask if they're willing just to answer a few questions. This way you'll get a little bit of an insight into the life at the college, which can be totally invaluable, and they may also end up being on your audition panel, which is what happened to me, and actually ended up working in my favour. I'd had a lesson with this particular teacher, and he knew that I could take criticism and I could take feedback and I could improve on it within a relatively short amount of time, within a couple of lessons, for example. So he actually had a little bit of a say in getting me into the college, so obviously very grateful for that. Also, don't forget to practice the oral tests and the oral training and all of the listening skills that you might need. A lot of colleges like to throw in a little oral test element to their auditions, and this actually happened at mine. During my undergrad audition, the panel sort of brought up oral tests, and I, potentially stupidly, made the comment that I actually quite enjoyed that part of all my music exams, because it's actually a part of the exam I found relatively easy and straightforward, and I just sort of enjoyed it. I thought it was quite fun. So in the audition, they decided to do a little impromptu oral test, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the main reasons that I got into the college, because I performed quite well in that area. They decided that because I clearly had a good musical ear, that would pay off very well during my music college experience. So definitely practice these things. Don't just learn them for your exams, because also having good listening skills is absolutely vital to being a pro musician, particularly if you want to go into chamber music and orchestral settings. If you can't listen and you can't hear what's going on around you, then you're going to find life very difficult. Do as many little practice auditions and perform your audition rep to as many people as you possibly can. It kind of goes without saying that the more often you do something, the easier it becomes. And this is actually something that I didn't do a huge amount, and I really wished I had. So as soon as we're out of this lockdown, I'm going to be playing all my audition material to as many friends as possible. Sorry in advance, guys. Something that I find really useful as well is perform to musicians and non-musicians. They will pick up on completely different things, which is really, really helpful. Musicians will often pick up on like the little technical things that you're doing, whereas a non-musician will kind of go, that was great, but to be honest, I felt like you were bombarding me with music because you never breathed. Good to know. Also practice in the clothes that you're going to wear for your audition. Dress smartly, but make sure that you're comfortable. Make sure that you're warm. If you're somebody like me that when you get nervous, you get very cold, my hands go really cold, which is a nightmare. So make sure that you're really comfortable. There's no need to turn up in your tails and your penguin suit, but also be respectful of the time that the panel have given up to hear you. Don't turn up looking like you don't care, because they'll presume that you don't care. Also get some rehearsal time in with an accompanist. If you have a friend who plays the piano, then great. Buy them all the coffees in the world and get to practicing. But if you need to pay for a couple of hours with a professional, that will honestly be one of the best preparation investments that you make for your audition. Make sure you know the piano parts inside out, backwards. Practice off the score that has the piano part on it. Make sure that you know how it's going to feel when you walk into that audition room. And also remember that the accompanist probably will talk to the panel about you. So if they're impressed by you and impressed by your preparation, that again will stand you in really good stead. And then the day before the audition, don't practice, don't do it. Do not put yourself through that kind of stress, okay? Go to the cinema, meet up with a friend, chill, just do anything that kind of gets you relaxed and in a good frame of mind. You've done all the work that you possibly can by this point. That last minute scrambly practice is only going to undo some of the good stuff, and it's only going to make you stress, and you're not going to be in a good position come your audition day. So just take the day, chill, and just kind of try and forget about it. This is an area where everyone had sort of different ways of describing how not to be, and most of them I shall not repeat because my mum and my nana watch these videos, so hey guys. But in all seriousness, everyone applying for these auditions is a very skilled player. They would not be there if they weren't, so do not presume that you are the best and that you'll easily get in. It is not an attractive quality in any scenario, so let's just put that one to bed for now. During the audition day, just be friendly, thank the panel, thank the accompanist, and chat to whoever is showing you to your audition room back and forth. They're probably a student at the college at the time, and they can give you some really good information and probably put you at ease about who's on the panel, what they're like, and all that kind of stuff. So just be friendly and be really, really polite. Remember that the panel are probably exhausted from listening to hours of people auditioning, so a little bit of courtesy can go a really, really long way in your favour. After you've played all your pieces is generally when there will be a little interview kind of process to the audition. During that, ask questions. Feel free to write some questions down and bring them in with you so that you don't forget them. Show some interest in what the college has to offer you. And be really authentic when they ask you questions. Do you really want to change the music industry in some respect? Then be honest about that. Being authentic will mean that you stand out way more. It's spreadsheet time again. We all know I love a good spreadsheet. But put in all of your entry deadlines, the requirements, when does your cover letter have to be in, when do the different auditions happen roughly. Put all of that in, timestamp it. Make sure you have it all in one place and it'll just get it all out of your head and you'll have a lot more capacity to actually focus on what you need to do to prepare. You'll find you can use a lot of the same material for multiple auditions. Some colleges ask for a particular piece and a lot of colleges ask for the same one. So if you can prepare less material, that's going to save you so much time, stress, work, energy, the whole shebang. Make enough copies of your music to give to everyone on the panel. They'll be really impressed that you actually thought about them and prepared something so that they could follow along with what you're looking at. And remember to bring the piano parts for the accompanist. I actually worked as an audition usher for a day when I was at college, and the number of people who had turned up without the accompaniment parts was truly incredible. Most people hadn't. And I was just like, right. So that meant that I had to then run up to the library and see if I could find the accompaniment for them. So yeah, just make sure it's all on you and you will save yourself, again, more stress on the day. That's basically the theme of this video. Just try and save yourself as much stress as possible. Allow plenty of time to get there. The last thing you want is to be rushing and to run into your rehearsal with your accompanist sweaty and out of breath, and it's just not nice. So give yourself plenty of time to arrive at the college and try and maybe settle in the SU or somewhere, and you'll get a really, really good vibe of what the college is like on a pretty normal day for them. Don't be too intimidated. I know it's really, really scary, but remember that they are not looking for the finished product, okay? You are going there to fulfill your potential. So that is what they're looking for. Everyone at music college has their own strengths, their own weaknesses. They don't want people that are all the same. So just be you in the audition and the interview, and you'll stand yourself in a really good stead of getting a place. And again, this kind of circles back to picking pieces that you really enjoy to play. If they enjoy listening to you, then that's going to make their decision a heck of a lot easier. So good luck, all the best with your auditions, with your applications. You have absolutely got this. Remember, work hard, prepare well, and you'll be in the best possible place to win that position at a music college. Let me know how you get on. Let me know if you have anything that you want to add to this video, and I will see you guys in the next one, which will be all about how to choose a teacher once you have achieved that place at music college. Because when you're applying to music colleges, you can't go. I have said music college and audition more times than I ever have in my life. So I hope you guys are grateful. It is very warm, very warm. During my undergrad audition, I'm going to say audition so many times. Also, I'd like you all to appreciate that I did my hair for you today, so you're welcome. During your audition, I had it face.